I've been thinking about a van lately, and that's going to change a few things. Also, to make things interesting, I'm building the van with the community. So there's going to be different versions of the van that is going to be made publicly votable to either go for or to continue for the next level. I'm going to start at a vision and just the base foundation, you know, just first the hunt for the car, list the options, what can be done with that car, and then have different, what are those called? Perks, I guess. Depending on how much support is received from the tribe member, each individual, you know. So if you were to support with a $10 pledge, then maybe there would be a shout out or something. And then if you were to pledge with a 1,111 euros, then you would have a place on the list of visitors during X year, right? Because if I had a car right now, a van, with everything that I'm planning to have in it, I would have a list of people I am going to visit during 25, right? And each of these people are then introduced to a network of other people living the same kind of lifestyle with the same kind of resources, the same kind of services and company and experience and wisdom and tales of transformation and you name it, all of those things. We also talked about certain elements that we can add to it so that anyone can be part of that network with whatever they have to provide to it. So it's kind of like an affiliate thing where you are taken into an experience that also has connections to a network, a community, a tribe, and within the tribe there are different things that you can only get access to through that network, through that access, through that pledge. You know, so if a name is on the list, I want to have it so that when I go into the van, it's going to be a list of just next to visit, you know? And then having a kind of high-tech system, only remote, so that I can just click the name and then on the pad or whatever, I get all the information that I need in order to prepare for the visit, come over, have a ceremony, a start to the psychedelic process, or whatever is needed in that situation. You know, sometimes it's just fire, a conversation around the fire. And have that in a system that makes sense, so that I can also see Norway and explore the deeper history of this country and just really learn where we came from, because there are too many questions these days. This is why I'm more and more aligned with the whole van life situation, because it just makes sense. I have so many things to visit, so many things to see when I'm visiting them, and so many things to learn based on the things that I have experienced lately. 2024 kind of launched into a whole new adventure. Now there are certain places that has to be visited, like the ancient forest. You know, there's a reason as to why I've been there so many times lately. Or Ceremony Mountain, there's a reason why it is what it is. And different other places in Norway that also connects to the lineage of Norway. You know, way before the Vikings maybe even. That kind of bugs me. There are many people that now, if they hear the word Viking, they're just going to see a boat of pillagers entering Lindisfarne and just raping and pillaging all over. That's not kind of what this is at all. There is a whole custom, there's a whole essence and soul in that lineage in terms of the cultural history and values and equality and balance and creativity and just old energies, basically, that I feel like is a shame that it is not more shared. So essentially these vans is also going to be hubs of storytelling, so that people can come to a fire when the van is in that city and hear stories of old, have a good night with the family around the fire, having an experience of storytelling and just learning about where Norway sprouted from. You know, theoretically, because it's only what it says in the sagas with the Ginnungagaps and the different realms and Yggdrasil and just the sagas of Norway. they are tied to this land. So I think it's a shame it's not shared more. Some people are. There are bands that does this musically, and it would be amazing to have these storytelling experiences also with a live band playing authentic music in the background and drums. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's kind of awesome to have those experiences just in general. And music is always epic. And we also have legacy cooking, so there's going to be a whole bunch of new different dishes that we're going to try out at these campfires because someone found out a magically culinary experience over a fire. You know, creating these amazing, tasteful experiences with nothing more than a fire. It's epic. It's hard to put that into words. And then with what we can share around the campfire in terms of resources and information about networks and communities and tribes and all these different things to really gain a freedom life, autonomous on your terms. I was just talking to someone and I was kind of amazed that he's not using Bitcoin, you know, in terms of the transaction for the value. Why are you not using Bitcoin? And people are kind of like clinging to this reality where they have to prepare for the apocalypse instead of finding the bridge, the balance. Yes, cash is king, of course we know that, but goddamn, there are so many different opportunities today because of the technology and the internet that why not have fun as well? Bridge the natural with the digital, metaphysically. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I think I'm just running around, having fun, creating more freedom by having the freedom and walking that talk and just creating the plane as I go. That has been the recipe so far. Set a destination and then travel to it and have experiences along the way. And now having created a game that is kind of functional, it's still kind of mystical as well because we had to kind of stealth roll it, and that's been an interesting ride. But everything now is just feels so ready for the next one, you know, ready for the next chapter. And that starts with the van, and now I guess I'm just gonna have to map out what alternatives we have, because it would be awesome to have a full-on equipped gaming van with satellite internet right off the gate. Just the essentials, you know. A office on wheels. That is kind of the essential one, and of course a bed, but there are so many more things like a shower and a shitter and all these different custom additives, I guess, additions, that if planned well enough should be easy enough to install. I think it sounds like a good idea. This is going to get us to the fire that is going to be just stationary. The Airbnb experiences, cafes, whatever you want to call them. And that leads us to Valhalla, which is nothing more than a modern meat house, kind of. But it's going to be interesting. If you want to support that vision of having a network of super nodes like Valhalla and the 9 realms, and then having that whole underlying system with the experiences and the vans and the games and all that stuff inside of these, we are going globally, you know. And having your story around the fire is going to be an honor. If you want to know more about this in terms of how you can be a part of it, reach out. Reach out, let's get in contact. I do prefer to just sit face to face over a fire. That is the best way to get to know each other, I feel like. Regardless of where you are in the world. I have not had a fire in the desert yet. But yeah, we are ready. We are already going. We are having fun while co-creating something purposeful. Empowered purpose in creation. Epic. Check out the website for what is near you. I guess we can start saying very soon. And until I see you, may you have a fantastic day.